You know, I mentioned at the end of part 2 that the process didn't work. Actually, it mostly did. The only thing it could not do was to send the email because of some error. Although I drafted it, so I could have copied and pasted that into a new email. But it did actually create the invitation. Now I'm in my Yahoo account, and this is what it sent to my Yahoo email address, randyminder@yahoo.com. Because this is the email address I use to send myself an email to my Gmail account. So it set up the meeting, this Google Meet, and sent it to my email in Yahoo. So that part was actually done correctly. And then the other part that it did correctly was, this is my Google Calendar, and we can see on August 27th, 2025, 10 a.m. consulting session with Randy Minder, and so on. So it did most of it correctly. It just, for whatever reason, couldn't send the email. Okay, I'm just about ready to wrap this up. I've spent a fair amount of time discussing how Comet can be used with Gmail and Calendar, and I suspect I really haven't even scratched the surface with regards to what can be done with automating a lot of the processes that we go through: reading emails, responding, deleting, cleaning them up, and so on. But you get the idea of how powerful this is. There's one last thing I wanted to do, because I often run into this, and I don't clean out my emails as often as I should. But one of the things that I often want to know is something like this: how many emails are in my inbox that mention, let's say, Power BI, and which emails are they? Okay, how many emails are in my inbox that mention Power BI? Now, of course, you could specify that you want to search for anything. And I've seen some people with hundreds or thousands of emails in their inbox, and it's often quite a time saver to be able to retrieve just those emails from a certain person, or that contain a certain text, or whatever the case might be. So I'm going to click on send, and good, it's not hung up, it's working. And so you currently have 6 emails in your inbox. Now, I think this is an amazing thing. So it knew how to read every single one of my emails in my inbox. I could have also gone into my spam folder, or my promotions folder, or my trash folder, and done the same thing. Okay, so today's post from Brent Ozar mentions Power BI. What is Power BI data? From analyst certification. Data Mozart Journal. I have an email from them. Okay, well, this was quite useful. Okay, so this worked out quite well. I am more likely, though, to do this in my trash folder, because I have a lot of rules set up, and sometimes I'll just go into my trash and delete it without really looking to see what's there. And so it's quite possible, and could be quite useful, to set up a shortcut where you go into your trash folder and say, hey, what unread emails do I have in my trash folder that maybe I should take a look at before I delete them? So you can kind of get the feeling here that the possibilities here are vast with regards to how Comet can interact with Gmail and your Google Calendar.